Let's go.
Go. Part of my stream.
Oh, cool. We got 2 teams here.
Alright. Landing kind of short. I think I'm gonna go here.
Okay. My hands are cold.
You're by yourself on your side.
I know.
Getting up on. Good. Dead.
Nice.
There you go. Check that
There's
side.
strawberry.
Hear me? Going up.
He ran.
Where'd he go?
Fucking 300 meters away.
Holy fuck. I see this, homie.
On my way.
Dead.
Right here. He beamed my shit. I have flowberries. Where is that big?
Found a big.
Okay.
Getting pushed.
Yeah.
$100. Dead.
Oh, my game shit.
Shot, bro. This guy added me.
Just now?
Yeah.
coming. Playing him big. You gonna add the shooter back or not?
I did. Wanna get in there?
Maybe.
Oh, fuck! Right here.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah, bro.
Got sniped and then he fucking. He did some crazy shit.
Oh, you're max. I go find him. Found him. Travis Scott, right?
I don't know what the skin was.
It was. Yeah, that's him.
Right here. Yeah, it was him.
You need a big.
Sure.
Dude, you shit us.
Let's go.
Ben. Band of shit us.
Cracked in the box. $30, shield. Cracked him.
Drop my mammoth. Here. $90?
Get on hold, he's spraying me.
Going up.
What? You got someone pulling up. Can you come down?
Dead. Another one. Chug jug right here, I'm gonna take. Here, take this chug. It's like a 160 chug. Dead. Dead.
You gotta survive. Chug
You
is
have that
back
jug?
there. No. I used most of it. There's a kid on this hill. Going to go.
Going.
Corner. Corner. How'd you get over there?
This guy thinks he's good, bro.
Can you leave?
Dropping.
$100.
Which one was it?
Can we fizz? That's a solo guard.
You have fizz?
Yep.
I have 2 bigs. Here. I'm gonna drop a big for you. You take it.
I just got cracked. Just wait for moving zone.
Bro, Johnny, is that bailout? Is Johnny Persad bailout?
What?
I think he is. Yo, we can chop this, bro.
Okay.
Look right here.
$100. We got zone. Do you want to get on a hill? Watch out. Oh, fuck. Just dinked me. Do you have big?
No, I have this all. This is all I have.
Okay, I'll give you these. And I have fizz. Do you want to shock up?
Grab one up. There's a kid up here.
Yeah, more than just a kid.
Box up real quick. Dead. Dead.
They're really bad.
Nice job. I have 1 big right now. Are you carrying?
I have fizz. There should be minis on the ground.
I carry minis inside?
Yeah.
Or med kits?
Don't carry med kits.
There's 3
I
med
gotta go
kits.
zone. Here, I'm gonna shock us.
I'm gonna carry med
It's,
kits in
north.
case.
It's north.
No! No!
What do you mean no?
You
Where
shocked
did
me
you-
right into this fucking box.
Sorry. $90? 200?
Let's go. Bro, he deagled me in the air.
You moved like forward and then you went straight up.
I wasn't paying attention.
Nice. Stuck on a loading screen. Okay, here we go.
Shows that you're in the lobby.
I'm in. taking extra long.
Huge.
Ready up, boys.
Yeah, huge. This game is fire. What do you mean, yeah?
Hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Adobe. Yeah.
You're using me a Squid Game map.
Squid Game map.
A WeWode map. A WeWode.
What the fuck does that mean?
They're taking this map out and they're putting a Squid Game map in a WeWode.
Hmm.
What
What are we? I see.
Dude, the Thunder is so ass compared to the Pump now.
What, really?
do you mean now? Who the fuck is this guy?
Anybody land over here?
Negative.
Yeah, huge. Wait, what? Oh, interesting.
I've seen the mythic goldfish like every other game. Just got it.
Not very mythic, huh?
No.
It's funny when you kill someone with it.
Yeah.
Isn't there full Yug Yug right here?
That one.
Kids fighting right here. Big fight.
Put the shit on their chest.
There's a green pump here.
I got one.
In me box.
Land on this loot, Scott.
Gotcha, brother.
No, I boogied myself.
Huge.
Holy
Little
shit!
pumpage.
100 this kid just hit me for.
Bastard.
Any help, boys?
On my way soon.
Wait, yeah, he's in my box. You guys gotta survive. This is rough.
Oh.
I boogied myself again.
Yeah, I need you to stop doing that.
Bro! He just gets
Gotta live.
everything!
Gotta
Gotta live. Oh, he has an actual spaz. Cool. That's why.
Gotcha.
I'm like, how's he hitting me so hard? It's the focus skin. He has a spaz.
Not huge.
You gotta leave, Deymonr.
I'm leaving.
No. Wanted to drop, bro. Come on.
Got away. I just ran into a new team.
Run away, run away.
Run away.
Fucking comrades here, dude.
Bro. I go to the vending, there are no big pots, this kid lands on me with the pump on. Oh my god. We gotta like go Adobe.
There's kids all over Adobe right now.
Nice. I'm landing on you, Deymonr.
There's kids right in front of me. I'm taking a big. Where am I coming? There's a shotgun here though.
I have one. I need heals.
Dead. Oh my god, this guy was hella looted. Here, take this.
Looted.
Oh, I
He's
thought
all
he
over
was
Adobe.
In a box.
running. Chasing. Dead. There's a green pump right here.
2 in this box. Wait, I have 0 mats? What? They're both somewhat weak. Lower cross is weak. How do I have 0 mats?
Dead.
This guy's running around like a fucking.
I need sniper ammo and mats. I have 100 builds.
I have max
I know.
shooting me. Oh, over here.
I need ammo and mats.
Get to me.
Yeah, I got you.
Stop running. I'm on you.
Right here. There's a refresh right here.
Nah,
What else you need?
nothing, it was
What
just
else you
gold. That was just gold. That was nothing. I need sniper ammo and mats.
The goldfish on me.
I'm coming, Skip. $90 on him.
Fuck shot.
Getting res in here. I gotta get in, bro. Benny right here. Face him. Face him.
2 tick boys. We got 5 tick incoming as well. In this box.
You make it, Deymonr?
Yeah. Head to my south. By the vending right here.
Fuck you, kid. This guy killed me 3 times, bro. Y'all good?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm in right here. I'm tarping in.
Low?
I got a big for you today, Smutskis.
I'm good.
Grapple!
Can anyone hold a big?
That's a 5 tick.
Yeah, it's 5 tick.
Got 3 bigs on me. There's kids everywhere. Yo, you guys wanna get this? Fight for this?
I don't really need it. Crack 2 over there. On Skep.
There's behind us too. Behind us too. There's kids behind us.
I can shock these guys' box.
I need
You guys
minis. I need minis.
I got bigs.
You got any heals today?
I have
fizz.
one big.
I want a fizz for myself.
I have a couple bigs actually.
Actually, no way that kid just shot a rock in there.
Here, I have fizz for us, boys. You're not quite in, Scott. 70?
Got a cone in there.
Box.
Above,
No!
above. I'm reservoir. I'm safe. Watch tops. Watch tops. Yep. Nice.
I have 90 fizz for us, guys. Wait with full. Don't take bigs, I have fizz.
There's one mini.
Do you
Waiting
want
for you.
mini?
Yeah, I want to take one. But
Fizzing?
any whites? No.
No, but vending's in there, but there's a kid down there. I just heard him. I need brick. There's no metal. right through this. They're gonna come through here. Nice.
Bit maker. Taking this real quick.
Oh, right here, they're fighting. Weak third party.
We need to go that way.
Bad.
Massive.
Right here. In the box, in the cone.
Fire.
Nice.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do, big. That'll do, donkey.
Nice.
Huge.
Might be stuck in the loading screen.
Yep.
You have to restart the game or what? Oh no, there you go.
No. No. It's just taking forever.
Oh, Chani. I do like the cami skin.
What the fuck? They're making a OG 50v50 0 build. Oh, it's live already.
Yeah, it's already.
Wow.
Banger.
Like, just give it up, bro.
The game's dead already.
Like,
Another stupid ass zero build mode is not
Another
gonna bring the
playlist,
game
bro.
back.
come on.
The skill cap is too high for people to catch up anymore, I think. That's why the game is dead. And plus the hackers, like, turned off all the
Or-
fucking,
What, people trigger
Regulars.
biting and all that?
yeah. It's like on the regular too.
And they were on different teams.
Regular. That's a stealth boogie right there, bud. Good work out of you.
Can I get a fucking shotgun? God damn it, dude.
Get over there, Deymonr.
Yeah. I need a shotgun. 6 crash pads right there.
No, I got fucking boogie bomb, man.
I got the explosive, man.
Oh my
I
god,
played
he's
it.
terrible.
I just played a team of boogie bombers, literally.
What do we? Do you still need a shotgun, Deymonr?
I found a thunder. If you find a pump, let me know.
That's the one.
Grappler. Extra grapple.
Let's go help Pava. We're coming.
Dead.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Dead.
Why does it start so bad?
All of them.
Glitch.
Oh, that's how they used to fucking sound like back in the day when the game first started.
No, I don't think so.
Right here, right in front of us, right in front of us.
Oh, it is one bullet.
Do you need heals, Pava?
Dead.
He's Himothy. Some fucking shotgun over here, man. Oh, shotgun.
Dude, like, not real.
I'm going zone.
Drop 6 flowberries right here if anybody wants them.
Drop them to the void.
6 flows. Sure.
You guys gotta get in.
I just want to get a fucking shotgun out of that.
No!
Are you fucking kidding me?
No!
Live, Pavo.
My gun wasn't
guys are
fucking
still in
reloaded.
there.
God damn it.
Pablo, don't let us down.
This kid right here has explosive mammoth. On yellow.
I'm going back in there, dude.
Seriously?
It's only 2.
Free kill over here.
Oh, I just got mammoth for the fist.
Oh my god, I can't even get in. Pablo's getting jumped. You guys need to stay alive. I'm landing on you, PG.
They're still in here, by the way. Like, what are they? Why are they still here?
He's
I'm just
rezzing.
trying to collect my loot. I can't.
You need to stay alive, Scap.
I thought I saw them shock out, and they were still in there camping. I saw 2 of them shock out. Whatever. So triggering.
Man, I get mammoth out of the sky for the 500th time, man. Like, oh my god.
What tick is it? 1?
Look at you grabbing all the loot.
There's a surf truck over here. That on one.
Go.
He's rezzing. On here.
Coming.
Oh my god, I'm kidding now.
Got him. I need help. I need help right now.
I'm on foot.
I need help right now.
We're coming. We're coming.
Oh, that's 2 knocks. They're rezzing both. Carry that wood box.
Dead.
And I get mad. Yo. Oh my.
I'm laying on that.
Day's gonna get to us in 2 business days.
I went back into Storm. And actually, I'll be there faster.
Oh, a weak one shot here. Underneath the bridge. Just kill that guy with my
I just got mammoth.
Dude, there's 3 kids hiding in the.
I need you, Pavo.
Oh, Babuni. Respizzy.
They're hiding in a bush. Like, god damn. Also, I don't know why you're not in the box with all the refreshes. Scrub. Why are you at the...
I found some chocolates.
I guess that's gonna...
I don't really care that much.
I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Come here. Can you guys fight with us? The bolt.
Yeah, a bunch of one-us.
My god, man. Yo, this is.
I got it, well, here.
I need shotgun ammo.
Pablo, you're still in there?
There's 3 in my box, and I thought they was there.
Oh, you left.
Do you have shotgun ammo?
There's 6
It's not
minis here.
that stacked. I have 12 from Chen. And there's also another 20 in this box.
Over here, it's so horrible.
Try landing on this supply drop.
If I had a mammoth, they're getting fucking shit on.
high ground now, pussies.
Shotgun here.
Movement.
I'm here, Scott.
Look at him just run.
I'm so scared.
They're hard.
Shotgun ammo?
I got fizzard.
Chilling.
Do I have a shotgun or shotgun ammo? Oh yeah, gotcha, bro.
There's a team with the fucking mammoth, bro.
Oh, I got a spaz.
Nice.
Got footsteps over here. Where the fuck is this kid? Kid around here. I swear to God, I just got footsteps. Yep. Or he has more. Don't worry. He's probably got a 12 stack.
Real.
It's not that serious.
Where's the last guy?
Good question. Oh, yeah. A gentle pickaxe.
It takes so long to back out.
You just want to be different. Go snobby.
I thought it was a
wow.
hot drop.
Nope.
If it was a hot drop, I'd go there alone. But fuck, bro.
Why is this person calling me?
I'm not scared of no fucking.
Motherfucker! He's running away from me, 10 HP, charges one shotgun, I'm dead. Oh my god. I love this game.
Like, I'm getting fucking keyed by 3 squads.
Oh, wait. I have no mass.
Coming, Deymonr. Ceiling.
Actually, I'm fucking dead. Oh yeah. Got some free shield off him. I'm gonna chase.
Holy shit, there's a kid lurking behind me and now I have 0.
find him,
Oh,
Dave.
I've had a fucking tac shotgun with less than 100 mass for like 5 minutes straight.
What? My pump is instantly shot? Yep.
Oh, like I just.
HP, 190.
Watch your back, Pablo.
We need to get to them, Deymonr.
Yeah.
I would make it for you, Skip. I need sniper ammo.
I have 10.
I have no mats, like... Damn. I'm right below you guys, right below. Literally right below you guys.
Oh, I'm one bullet though.
Yo!
You gotta survive, Deymonr. Your mic's muted, by the way.
No, it's not muted. You have extra minis?
I have zero mats. I have zero mats.
Here.
Yeah. You gotta get in.
Go.
I have a grapple, like, you can get in with that. Or I can.
I'm just dead out there.
I have minis. Oh, they just took them.
I just have to go.
20. 20.
75?
30 light?
Watch your heads. On your heads.
We need to get to them.
Oh, how many fucking kids are in this box? Finding.
There's kids landing on your heads too.
Oh, 2 more on me. Fucking shit show over here.
It's fun.
I have like 2 kids knocking there.
I know.
There's more kids landing on the building on top of you guys.
We gotta get in.
I've had not a fucking good shotgun this whole game. Holy
I
shit.
have a blue charge.
Look right here.
200?
90.
They're right here.
Dead.
On your top, Pablo.
You got it first try? Are you fucking?
Running.
Oh, you good, Scott? Did more of them get out, or is that everyone?
Dead. Big refresh here, guys.
We're kind of all split. I'm with you, Bob.
Yo. Does anyone have what?
No.
Negative.
He's on this ramp. Dead?
Oh, bomb me.
You gotta get in.
Bomb me.
I'm fizzing.
In this box, go. And his boy's coming.
Go see it.
Is that a knock I got?
Need
Here,
a med kit.
I got 0 mats from that.
Here.
110. 92 white on dummy. Dead. They're all weak.
Wow, no way they get me right there. There's two more, one more shot. Different guy. Nice, the other guy's weak too.
That's enough.
He's right behind this wall, dude. I'm telling you, he's still over here. Oh, no, you killed that one guy.
Do you have fizz?
50 fizz. That's all I got.
Yeah, they got minis.
On the drop over here. 100 on one, 140. The guy in the box.
I
Healing.
got a campfire going. Let's go.
Guy checked us. I'm gonna be.
Dead.
It's a few left. Can you make a play up there, Pavo, or no? Or just wait for zone?
There's a shield kick here if anybody needs it.
93.
One guy on height. This guy thinks he's good, bro. The dinosaur thinks he's crazy.
Dead. Oh, one more kid. He's called Zira. That'll do it.
Squid Game X Reload, June 27th, Friday. Will that revive the game? Yes or no? Any bets?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna revive it. Squid Game. It's just what everyone wanted.
Yep, Squid Game. Hot drop.
Adobe! God, you lucky little bitch.
Oh my,
Dancing,
bro.
dancing on me?
Billy Bob clapped you. He's trying so hard.
Why did you dance on me? First fucking kill me.
Why am I at paradise? Whatever. How's it going over there, guys?
Not good.
I'm coming. So Bruno Mars is the kid that's trying so hard.
One HP on the-
Dumbass.
Oh! I'm safe under this rock bridge.
Coming.
Under me? What's this?
The fuck happened to you, Bob? Fall down. Damn it.
Over here.
Who has Flowberry Fizz or Flowberries that have
Got
shockwaves?
nothing.
Okay. Here, Pablo, shockwave, I think.
So bloody far.
Right here.
Yep, come here.
Get us out of here.
Is he dead yet?
I don't know how many kids that guy's dying. That guy's died, this guy, but it's definitely at least 4.
For real.
Oh, okay. I mean, yes.
What?
$100.
Oh, so many kids on us, bro.
Let's respawn.
Nice little bod. Right here.
We got zone pulling up. Scott, do you need minis?
Body. Yep.
Here, front. Or actually, there's 6 in this box, but I'll throw them over. Deymonr.
Good weakness.
You can take that pump. I have one.
I have extra medkits.
Probably needs one.
Do we have a little mats, maybe?
I'm 202.
Here.
Mattage? Good guy.
Your bubble.
$100. Get his
Front of
full
scab.
Guys,
grapple.
get up there. Oh, he one pumps me. Floating away. Turn around.
can't build there.
Turn around, one pump me. Jesus Christ, that kid was a fucking.
Right here, right in front. Whole team, whole team, whole team.
There's 20 kids in that thing.
What the fuck? Insane.
90 in crystal.
That vending.
I need mats. I have 10 builds.
Gotcha.
There's a refresh right here. I'm good.
This guy has a mammoth. Can someone shoot him?
I'll try.
Break maybe, bro.
Anybody have rockets?
In the brick? Got out. I got berries. I'm taking them.
Rockets, anybody?
Zero.
None.
Nice shot.
I'm on tops.
No.
I can't get you.
Just kidding.
I can't take that.
Yeah, boy. Hell yeah.
Nice. Let's go. Let's go. They,
How the fuck
kid is
did he
taking
get
a
in?
fizz. He's taking a fizz in front of us.
I thought that was you.
What? I'm wearing this skin all day. That's a red skin.
I wasn't looking at the skin. I just thought you were there.
Oh.
Need help.
Still need help.
Got a combat fucking or ranger shotgun.
The shotgun's heat. Y'all good over there? Do we need to come save you? Take that as a yep.
Yep. Oh.
Somehow there were 3 kids in that box. Johnny, stop running. Every edit is open right now.
Oh.
Oh, there's 2 of them in this box.
Wow, bro. God damn it. Stay alive.
I know. Respawn. I might just leave this bullshit. Love that you can't get through this wall.
I would jump on this kid.
Boys, we need to like get some refreshes here. Land on me.
Dead. I got a whole refresh right here, guys. One more.
Watch out, Pop.
Need some help here, guys.
I can't get to you.
Watch out.
Nice.
You got minions?
Got Fizz.
You're muted, Pavo, buddy.
Jump on the screen, probably.
Slurp, Pavo.
Everything you guys need is right here.
Everything you need. Hey, kid, Rowdy, I think, bro.
Fucking retard.
That's it.
The motherfucker I was looking for.
Where did that Catwoman and Echo duo go?
I killed
You
him.
see him?
I don't know where they went.
Like, full dead?
No, not full dead. Just
Iron one shot, whoever just shot away. My bad.
Okay. What? He's hiding here. It's a reboot, just hiding. I didn't even hear him.
He land on me.
It's
all dead. All dead.
mythic charge. Yeah, it's my slurp. That was your slurp.
We're getting pushed, Pablo.
Coming, Pablo.
No hits on your guy. Coming. 30.
Coming, boys.
Oh, this kid just fucking got in my box.
I have a slurp for you, Pablo.
Dead. Nice. No! He's a fucking reboot! No, please! He's fucking resin! He's resin! Pablo, please get me. You're good, you're good. Thank you, sir. Sure. Whole team, entire team. Oh my god, 1 HP, 1 HP, 1 HP. In that box, 1 HP. Where's he at?
Go back to him. I have crash fence.
He just killed himself.
Right here, boys.
It's up Bruno Mars. Oh fuck!
What happened to you? Wow, these kids are trying so hard. One left, Dane, you're fighting him.
Big axing, come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that guy's probably super mad. He fucking beat my shit to like 1 HP, 200 to like 1 HP, and he chased me for like that entire end game.
Which guy?
That guy. He was chasing me because I was 1 HP, and I was just running and healing, running and healing, running and healing.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
Mr. Sanders, great to see you.
Good to be with you, Joe.
Great to be. You've got a bunch of notes. Not all that much.
Have you prepared for this?
I am well prepared.
Well, it's a good time for you to be in here because the world's gone haywire.
Yes.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this?
I think I start off with Joe, trying to take a deep breath and doing what is not often done. Where are we as a country today? What's going well? What's not going well? And I don't think we don't have that kind of basic discussion. And to my mind, I think in America today we are facing more serious crises than we have in the modern history of our country. This is a pivotal moment in American history, and what happens now will determine the lives of our kids and future generations.
What specifically concerns you?
I'll tell you what concerns me, the issue of wealth and power. I'm kind of old-fashioned, and I believe in democracy. And I believe that everybody should have a good shot at living a decent life. And what I worry about right now, and this is an issue, Joe, and it's part of the problem, that it's just not talked about. And I applaud, by the way, you and the other podcasters who give people the time to really seriously discuss things rather than 7-second sound bites. But if you take a look at where we are as a nation today, the system is not working, it's broken. It ain't working.
I'm contesting this fucker.
So you have in America today where we have more income and wealth inequality than we've ever had in the history of this country. That's just a fact. You have one man, Mr. Musk, owning more wealth than the bottom 52% of Americans. One man, 52%.
I'm contesting him.
You got the top 1% owning more
Got him?
wealth than the bottom 93%. You got CEOs of large corporations making 350 times what their workers make. And meanwhile, in this richest country in the history of the world, working class people are getting decimated. Today, and again, we don't talk about it in Congress for reasons that I hope I can get into.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it in the corporate media. 60%, 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. I grew up in a family. I don't know your background, but I grew up in a family. Lived paycheck to paycheck. And anyone who lives paycheck to paycheck understands that every single day is a struggle. You have to figure out how you feed the kids, rents, cost of housing in America off the charts, healthcare off the charts. So right now, as we talk, there are people worried. My landlord, is going to raise my rent by 20%. What the hell do I do? Where do I go? What schools do my kid go to?
What?
How do I buy decent food for my kids? My mother is ill. How do I afford prescription drugs for my mother? My car breaks down. So if you have money, no one thinks of it. Your car breaks down. Go to the mechanic, you get it fixed. You know what? A lot of people don't have $1,000 in the bank.
Where's this team?
If you don't
There's
have
a kid inside
$1,000,
here.
your car breaks
He's
down.
just going to the second floor now.
How do you get to work? If you don't get to work, you get fired.
mate.
You get fired, your whole life is disrupted. 60%.
164 on height.
How much different is that than past generations?
We've always had rich and poor, no question about it. It's worse than that.
These kids are so
What do you
fucking
attribute
gay.
that to?
I attribute it to decades-old attacks on the working class of this country. I attribute it to horrific trade agreements, which have allowed corporate America to throw millions of workers out on the street and move to China, Mexico, and other low-wage countries. I attribute it to a corrupt political system.
No, he's fucking 1 HP.
So that, for example, right now in Washington, the national minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. So you got millions of workers.
Why are you not responding?
Making 10, 12, 13 bucks an
Oh,
hour.
is this us?
You tell me.
Oh, it is just
People
us.
survive on 13 bucks an hour.
Oh,
When we were kids, or at least when I
let's
was
see
a
if
kid,
I fucking
you worked for a
reboot on
large
you, bro.
company. You had something called a defined
Oh, look at
benefit
that.
pension plan. That means you work for me for 30 years. When you retire, you're going to get X hundreds of dollars a week. That's long gone. Corporations are out there. So you got something
Office,
like
don't
half
take
of
pics.
older workers in America have nothing in the bank when they face retirement. So I think, to answer your question, I think you got a rigged system controlled economically and politically by very, very wealthy and powerful people
math stuff.
who could care less for working families. Now, I don't want to romanticize the old days. That would not be true. There used to be kind of a culture. If I was a boss and I ran a factory, I had a little bit of concern,
Yes.
right?
Right.
In general,
80.
I would say, I know your wife, how's your mom doing and all that stuff. That's gone. You got these companies that are owned by other companies that are owned by
Shotgun
supranational.
Guys, one shot,
You know, we
Pablo.
got involved in
No,
the
my
I
fucking
used
last
to be the chairman
bullet.
of the Labor Committee, Health Education.
God
Labor.
damn
So I
it.
got involved in a lot of stuff.
Bro, this guy has the
And when workers
fucking
went on
mythic.
strike, we would call up and see what was going on, see how we can help. So we'd call up to the company and we'd say, you know, why are you cutting back on health care for your workers? Well, we don't make that decision. It's owned by somebody else. Call up somebody else. Well, we're owned by somebody. You know how it is. This is huge. These huge conglomerates own the bloody world, and these guys don't give a damn about the needs of working people. So I would say that the economy
this
becomes
guy
less and
must be
less
rich.
personal. I have no. You're my
That was,
worker. I have no
my
care about you. 'Cause
hand cannon.
right now, I'm owned by an international who doesn't know that you exist.
And
if I-
there's also a
Shield,
diffusion
shield
of
pick.
responsibility. 'Cause
Absolutely.
It's not even in your hands.
Exactly. So the local boss might say, hey, listen, I'm really sorry, but I didn't have any decision.
Right. There's nothing I can do.
Nothing I can do. So I add all of that up, and you have, and then just look at other things. I mean, you
Ready?
tell me about the healthcare system. Does
Shotgun
anybody
right there.
in America think this healthcare system is working?
Well, you can
Running
tell
away.
by the assassination.
Right here?
When the assassination of the United Healthcare guy.
Yeah.
When that happened. dude,
I just got
He's one.
When is there ever
Oh.
someone gets
Lone Lodge is
assassinated
looking at me
on the
with a
streets of
sniper.
New York City and people celebrate?
That's terrible. It's terrible, but it does speak to how people feel about insurance companies.
Right. Well, and I think rightly so,
Doesn't
because
reset.
it's not
How
what
many?
you're paying for.
4.
What you're paying
full
for
team.
is you're hoping that you never get sick, but if you pay your insurance, you will be covered. What they're trying to do is make it as difficult as possible for you to get money from.
You
them.
got it.
Wows.
That's
Yeah.
the more money, the more I can deny you, the more
Right.
money I make.
Right. And that's
I'm
the
on you,
bottom
Dave.
line. And when you're dealing with these enormous corporations, like we're talking about, this diffusion of responsibility, the people that are doing it,
I'm gonna shock
it's like, this is what
him
I
down.
do, this is my
Go to the
job.
bottom. Go to the
They
bottom.
don't even think about it.
Right, exactly.
And this all started when? Like so Michael
when did
Moore
it?
had that brilliant documentary, Roger and Me.
Yeah, I know
that
Mike. Mike's a good friend.
He's a great guy. That documentary is
You
fantastic.
can hold. You zero
And
food.
it shows the impact of a
Oh.
corporation taking all their factories, moving them
getting that
away
fucking building.
like that with no warning, no recourse, nothing anybody can do, decimates
Fields.
basically all of Detroit.
That's right. Yeah, people don't know this,
Yeah,
Oh, right here.
but if my memory
Tiny
is
minis.
correct, Detroit used to be in the 50s.
third richest city in the world.
You got it.
Yes. Yeah. We've
And
talked
now-
about it
I'm
multiple
visiting.
times. It's disgusting.
I need
And especially me as someone who loves American automobiles. I'm a big fan of what Detroit made during that time. And to see what happened to Detroit now. The last time I was in
What the
Detroit,
fuck?
it actually seems to be picking up. There's a lot of small businesses and
There's a kid
a lot of
fucking like.
artists and a lot of people that are proud to, like Shinola, companies like that, proud to be in Detroit. But there's just
One
so
shot,
many
nothing
banned
like fucking
buildings.
body.
It's insane.
These
You
kids
can
are
buy a house
dancing.
there for
Like, they're about to get
$500.
fucking destroyed.
It's really
They're all
crazy.
superheroes.
Giant factories where every window smashed, all the pipes have been torn out, and it's just this hulking.
And it's not just Detroit.
Dead.
Right.
I mean, there are other communities, corporations. here. I mean, and
That
This-
path is unsustainable, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, and, look, if we are, and again, gets back to what we.
Wow,
wanted
this
to
guy's
do,
looking
that
at me.
You had corporations saying, hey, back then,
I'm rushing this
I
motherfucker,
could pay
dude.
workers in China 25 cents an hour.
Item 60
Why the
bucks.
hell do I want to pay
Two,
what it was
two.
at $5 an hour?
Dumbass.
Right.
And I'll never forget.
God, these kids are fucking
early on
so
when I was
horseshit.
writing the conference, this is when we had the NAFTA. I went to the Maquiladora.
Dumbass.
There, you know what that is? In,
No.
it's
I'm
a
getting
special
beat by a
zone
different kid.
in northern Mexico,
Honey
near
whites.
the border, where the government there, this is back decades ago, allowed
Let me get some of that chug.
American and other European corporations to settle and got tax breaks there. So it attracted all these corporations. So I went there with a congressional delegation, and this is what I saw. You saw these beautiful new factories. Now this is 25, 30 years ago. And then we said, all right, I want to see where the workers live. And I'll never forget this as long as I live. You know those large cardboard boxes that refrigerators come into and stoves those things? That's where people were living. They were living literally in cardboard boxes, making, I think at that point, now this is a long time ago, 25 cents an hour. So workers in America were thrown out
I
on the
have this
street.
for us. Dave.
And people in Mexico exploited in a horrible way these big, shiny new factories at the time. So what you got, and I believe this strongly, you asked me, how does it happen? Why does it happen?
Let's get
I
it.
think, especially right now, and for many decades, you have
Fair.
the prevailing religion of the oligarchs and the corporate world is greed. That's all. I want it all, and I don't give a shit
Oh,
about
Pablo
this.
says.
Throw you out on the street, take away your social security.
Dead.
I want it. And that's why you end up with the situation.
Oh my god, bro. You're kidding me.
1% down, one more wealth on the bottom, 93%.
It's also a corporate culture of competitiveness, right? So they're competing with all the other corporations, and you have to keep up, and there's no way other than to increase your profits every quarter.
That's right.
And-
That's right. That is exactly. You do the right thing by your workers. All right. That's a perfect example. So, you got Wall Street. Here's a fact. When we talk about it's not only income and wealth inequality that bothers me. It's concentration of ownership.
There's
So right now in America,
Two
in
kids are-
virtually every sector of our economy, whether it's agriculture, transportation, financial services, whatever, you got a handful of
over here with a
giant
shack.
multinationals controlling that sector. But here's another
motherfuckers took my
amazing fact.
shotgun. Bitch.
Who do you think owns these corporations? You remember there was a day where somebody actually owned General Motors or owned Ford. They're now owned by Wall Street firms. You got 3 Wall Street investment firms. BlackRock, familiar with BlackRock? They're giant. Exactly.
Yeah.
Check it out on Google. They
Yeah.
are combined, the 3 of them combined, are the major stockholders of 95% of American corporations. How's that?
That's not good.
That's power.
Right. How did that start, and what could have been done to stop that from happening?
I think it's again, it's greed. These guys are smart. They're hardworking. They're motivated. They want more and more. So if I can buy this, I can buy this, I can sell this. I
Right,
can-
but they're all doing it within the law, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But-
Which is that the problem?
Yeah, but who makes that law?
They do.
Now, I want to go to another issue.
Yeah.
Which is very rarely discussed. All right? You ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right, hang on. There we go. And is the problem, I think,
Superhero dance
is not just economic disparities and all the stuff that we're talking about, rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. It is political power. Right now, and I doubt that there are many Americans, whether you're a progressive as I am or a right-wing Republican, I don't think people can disagree that we have a corrupt campaign finance system. Argue with me? You agree?
No, I agree with you. Yeah.
All right, so let me talk about what it means.
Okay.
Right here.
As a result of the Citizens United Supreme Court decision, I think it's 15, 16 years old, what it says is you're
Fuck
a
is a
billionaire.
little bitch.
You have now the constitutional right, because your money is your freedom of expression, right? So you don't like Bernie Sanders? You can put millions or hundreds of millions of dollars into a campaign and express your view about how terrible Bernie Sanders is,
Right.
and you can buy that election, right? That's your
Right.
constitutional right. I think that's probably the worst decision that the Supreme Court has ever made. So what is the result of that decision? The result of that decision, let's take us to where we are today, is that Elon Musk, and I know that Elon was on your show, he's here in Austin, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And we can talk about
Yeah,
Elon,
that's
but
good.
he spent $270 million to elect Trump.
Yeah, it's right here or what? Here.
Yeah.
I think that's a that any one person,
What's the most someone donated towards
Here,
the
here.
Harris campaign?
they spent a lot of money on Harris as
They
well.
spent $1.5 billion just
Combined.
over the course of a couple of months.
You got it. All right, let me talk about it. So
Yeah,
I'm
let's
not here
talk
just to say
about
it's a
that.
Republican. That's my point here.
Right.
Okay. So Musk spends that money, and what's his reward? He becomes the most powerful person in government for 3 or 4 months. Okay, fine. But what you have right now, and I just saw this the other day, you are a Republican member of Congress, okay? And you say, there's a reconciliation bill, which we can talk about in a minute, that this is Trump's big, beautiful bill that's coming up literally on the floor of the Senate very shortly. So let's say you're a Republican representing a low-income district. And you say, I got a lot of people on Medicaid in my district, and kids can't get to college, and I worry about food programs. I don't think it's a good idea to give tax breaks to billionaires and cut back on Medicaid. You
That
make
fucker's still
announcement
alive?
Today. What happened?
It's over.
no, it's
You
us.
get attacked.
Oh, that's us?
You finished.
The swarm comes
my
from
My
there.
god.
Yeah.
It's not a swim. It's
I was
It's
chasing that
problem is
fucker
it's already been
forever.
established,
Oh my
right?
god, it
These
is!
Laws have been established. The power has been
Dude,
given to
pickaxe
these
him.
people. The money has started flowing, and it's been
might be
flowing
kinda
for a long
hard.
time now.
It's gonna
And
run out of
this is
charges.
The issue with starting something that you can't stop.
Well, you can stop it.
You can stop
And
it.
you got to.
Okay, but if you do stop it, all these people
He's
are
white,
gonna
he's white, he's
throw
white.
all
He's
their
white,
money at stopping you from stopping, correct? Right?
Exactly.
They're gonna come up with
I hit
the
40,
best
40, 40.
commercials
Nice.
with American flags. This country's all about competition.
Dude, that guy's been running
and
the whole
freedom.
game.
The freedom to
Yes.
donate to
He
the
does
party
not
of
want to
your
give that
choice.
shit up.
Yeah.
Good.
Stop these
Hey,
communists.
stop. You're
He
writing their
probably
ads
has
for them.
3 no,
They're
2
going to pick it
kills.
up. With the
Hey,
American,
I could write them.
Yeah,
I mean,
know. We could
really.
all write. But then we got to take a deep breath and figure out where do we go from here. Now, I wanted to, in my point, as you know, I am the longest serving independent in American history.
Yes.
I caucus with the Democrats, I always have, but you ain't going to hear me defending the Democratic Party on this issue because you're right. During the election, it wasn't just Musk and Republicans putting a lot of money into Trump. It was Democratic billionaires putting a lot of money into Kamala and into other candidates as well. And I mentioned there's a guy named, I don't even know his first name, Mr. Massey. Is that name ring a bell?
Thomas Massey.
Thomas from Kentucky.
Yeah.
And this guy, as I am, is opposed to this war in Iran. Just yesterday, Trump gave a long post about how they're going to primary this guy. And what bothers me is you would hope that there would be respect enough for members of Congress that you can vote your own conscience. You could, represent your constituency. Every district is different in America. But right now, anybody stands up and say, well, I disagree with President Trump. Bam, you are finished. We're going to primary you. We got all kinds of money. You're out of there. That happened to Massey yesterday. But let me go back to the Democrats and tell you where the problem.
This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. If you've got a skill, there's no reason you can't build a business around it. Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid all in one place. Whether you're running consultations, events, or custom experiences, you can build a site that looks professional, add videos, and even put premium content behind a paywall. And the best part, it's all in one place. From invoicing to SEO tools that help people actually find your site. Go to squarespace.com/Rogan for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the code Rogan to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Can I point something out? Don't you think that there's a Streisand effect to that? Don't you think that there's a blowback for that kind of thing when people recognize that this guy should be allowed to have his own opinions and make some reasonable points, and that people are going to reject this idea?
Maybe.
And that it's not as simple as I think the whole MAGA thing right now is very divided, particularly because one of the things that they voted for was no war. Well, now it seems like we're in a war, right? So, and it's quick. We're 6 months in, and that's already popped off. And then people are very concerned with now what happens to our troops overseas that are in these bases, that are in vulnerable positions, and what happens with, there's supposedly documented terror cells
There's no one
that
here,
got
Deymonr.
in through the open border over the last 4 years. So what happens now in America? What happens on American soil?
No, I agree with those.
When a guy like Thomas Massey steps up and says something, he's going to have a lot more support as well.
Yo!
The answer is yes. And my only point is he has a right.
Yes.
Somebody else says, hey, I think the war is a great idea. Fine, that's your
Right.
view. You got to go back. But what bothers me is that if anybody stands up, the next day, we're going to primary. You're out of here, man. And that's the Republicans. Let me talk about the Democrats for a moment, okay? And I don't even know your views on this, so you may disagree with me. Israel was attacked by Hamas. Hamas is a terrible terrorist organization. They killed 1,200 people, which in a small country like Israel is a lot of people. Terrible, terrible attack. It's a war crime. Israel had a right, in my view, to defend itself. But the Netanyahu government did not have a right to kill 52,000 people in Gaza, wound well over 100,000. And right now, as we speak, Joe, children are starving to death because of Israel's blockades.
Yeah.
Starving to death. And I brought forth 2 resolutions, which basically were very simple. That said no more U.S. military aid to Israel under these conditions. One vote got 15 votes in the Senate, the other one got 16. Do you think that members of the Senate do not know what's going on in Gaza? The kids are starving to death. innocent people are being shot down right now. They know it. Why do you think I couldn't get more votes?
They wouldn't vote against Israel.
Right.
It's
Why-
political suicide.
Now you're talking.
Right.
Right. So in the Republican side, you have moneyed interests saying you speak up against Trump, you're out of here. In the Democratic side, you speak up against the Netanyahu government, you're out of here as well. And they have been successful. You have super PACs like AIPAC, spending a fortune. You stand, and they have already knocked off a number of members of Congress. Good members. And they will do it again. So all I'm saying is you got a corrupt campaign finance system on both sides, which is rejecting the will of the American people and end up supporting powerful special interests. And if we do not get a handle on that issue, I worry very much about the future.
Are you going to run for president again?
I am 83 years of age.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure the American people will be enthusiastic on somebody's 108.
You're still very with it.
Thank you.
You are. I mean, you're a couple years older than Biden,
Yeah.
right? Think of that. You could be off a lot worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we have been running around the country doing what we call the Fighting Oligarchy Tour, which is why I'm here in Texas. We were in Fort Worth last
This guy's a
night.
someone's a tracker.
And I think, interestingly enough, Joe, it's not most of the people. We know the people who come out to our rallies. You know, we have a big list of millions of people. But a lot of people are coming to our rallies that we don't know, and I think we know that some of them are Republicans and some of them are independents. Many of them are independents. Because I think, across the board, there is growing dissatisfaction with the current politics in America, both parties. And people want a new vision for America, which is also something we don't talk a whole lot about. So, you know, the issues that we talk about is in the richest country on earth, why don't we have the best healthcare system? Why do we have 85 million people who are uninsured or uninsured? And as you were mentioning a moment ago, I mean, he deals with the insurance companies and the drug companies. The function of the current healthcare system is to make these guys very rich, and it works.
Don't know.
They make billions of dollars. And every place you go, in my state, the cost of healthcare is going up this year like 15%. People can't afford it. We lose thousands of people every year. They're sick, they can't afford to go to the doctor. So, you know, one of the fights that I hope we can win is to have the United States join every other major country on earth and guarantee healthcare to all people.
Well, we've talked about that a lot on the show, that if you view this country as a community, the most important thing is to protect the most vulnerable members of your community. Period, right?
I agree.
And if we spend insane amounts of money on all sorts of things that people don't agree with, and I think generally most people would agree on some sort of a national healthcare system.
They do.
Most people. Like, there's concepts of socialism that everyone agrees with. One of them is the fire department. Right? Everyone thinks that everyone, every citizen, should have access, the same equal access to the fire department. And we all pay into that. And we all believe in education. We all believe that there should be free public education. And most people believe that the university system should also be funded. It would benefit everyone.
You got it.
It would benefit everyone to have more educated people that are doing better in the world. You'd have better GDP. You'd have more
Sure, that is
successful people.
Absolutely right.
If you want to make America great again, less losers. How do you make less losers? Don't stack the deck against them. You know, one of the first things that you'd have to do is figure out why these communities, these cities have been the exact same way for decade after decade. Back to Jim Crow and the Red Line laws and all these. Why is nothing being done to fix that or to correct that problem? And it becomes this political beach ball that just bounce around the air at a concert. You know, and everybody, it's like there's certain things that just keep coming up that make you just go, well, how are we still talking about gay marriage? How is that still coming up? And you're just like, poof, throw it up in the air.
All right, let me get back to that. But I want to say...
There's a bunch of these things,
Yeah,
right?
all right, the first point you made, you want to make America great? Right.
Yeah,
have the best,
less losers.
Have the best educated workforce in the world. How's
Yes,
that? Radical
yes.
idea? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Right.
And you're absolutely right.
Better education.
You
and
live
healthcare.
longer when you have better education, et cetera,
Right,
et cetera.
right.
All right. So, what does that mean? It means right now, you know, I talk to psychologists all the time.
You do?
Yeah, good, because I was the chairman on what's called the ranking member of the Health Education Labor Committee. So, you know, we deal with medical people all the time.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't me personally, if that, no. That I may need also, but no, I was talking to one general. Look,
Vector was full HP.
what are the most important years of human development? You're a human being. What are the most important years?
Child.
That's it.
Yeah.
0 to 4. How's our child care system doing?
Yeah, not so good.
It's a disaster. So
Yeah.
you got a rational society says, okay, the kids are the future of America, right? You talked about the sense of being a community. All
Right.
So if I love this country and I want this country to do well in the future, I have to worry about the children, correct?
Right, absolutely.
You get out.
Right now,
Like
for
Orioles game.
economic reasons.
Just vending.
When I was a kid, by the way, there's nothing shock some of the younger listeners. There was one worker in a family could actually bring home the bacon and pay the bills.
Yeah, back in the old days.
Back in the old days, yeah, man. So I grew up in a working class family. We didn't have any money. But Dad went out to work, Mom stayed home, and that was it.
Yeah. Made healthier people too that way. Yeah.
It did. I think in many respects, it did.
Well, something happened where they sort of devalued the woman's role as a mother, and by convincing them that they have to be a part of the workforce.
I think that's part of it. I think the other half is women legitimately want, you know, careers as well. And the other thing that happened most significantly is you needed
to stay alive.
2 breadwinners.
Yeah,
to stay alive.
yeah, that's the problem. The real problem was financially, it just seemed so difficult for one person to pay for everything. And
Exactly.
the only way to do it was to have both parents working.
You know, I was thinking, I grew up in Brooklyn before I moved to Vermont, and we lived in a rent-controlled apartment.
You're really far, Skip.
And I was doing the arithmetic. My dad didn't make much money.
Damn, I think
But we didn't pay much in rent. And I couldn't quite remember, you know, what his salary was and all that. But my guess is we paid, as I recall, talking to my brother,
my
it was about 18% of my dad's salary
They always.
for rent. 18%. Ain't nobody in America that ever paid 18%.
Dude, there's
You know what I mean?
4
Right.
on me.
That's why
What
you
the
need
fuck?
2 breadwinners, because you're paying 40%. 50%.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're so
getting
bad.
back to this issue of education, which I think is key. If you are rationally thinking about the future of America, if you loved America, as we all do, you're going to have the best child care system in the world, so the kids will do well in school. Right now, in child care, you have workers out there making $15 an hour. And you have families that cannot afford child care. My state, and it's about $20,000 a year to send your kid to child care. So you're making $50,000 a year. How do you pay that? $60,000.
Right.
And then education. You got kids. Who
There's a
want an
team
education,
on the
they
other
wanna
side of
go
the
to
mountain.
college, they want to go to trade school. We desperately need. Here's something that really drives me a little bit nuts. In America today, Joe, not only is our healthcare system failing as a need, but we need more doctors. All right, all over the country, people have to wait, you know, sometimes months to get to a doctor. We have a massive nursing shortage. We need more dentists. Because probably dentists. We need more pharmacists. How come in the richest country in the world we don't have doctors?
Busy.
Because it's very difficult to do. It's very difficult to become a doctor, and the bills that you have from education are overwhelming.
All right, you want to go to, let's just say, tomorrow you announce to the world, you give it up this podcast, you want to go to medical school, all right? You got it?
Yeah.
89. Yeah.
You know how much, if you don't have any money, you know how much you're going to graduate medical school in debt?
Probably $250,000 easy.
Double that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not, yeah, obviously it varies per person, but it is not unusual for guys, you know, people working class
Fat
homes,
monkey.
go to medical school, come out $500,000 in debt.
Right.
Nurses, I don't know, $150,000 in debt. That is insane.
It's insane.
All right.
Yeah.
We need more doctors. So I want to encourage you. Joe,
Right.
I want you to go to medical school.
Right.
Hey, good news. We're paying your tuition, da-da-da, and we need you out there as soon as we can get you.
Why
Want it?
wouldn't that be subsidized?
Of course you should subsidize it.
Right. Of course. Yeah. But there's so many different. What would you have done? Like, imagine if you hadn't gotten derailed, and they hadn't conspired against you, and you actually became the Democratic candidate for president, and you won. What would you have done differently?
Okay. How many hours do we have?
We got all the time in the world, Bernie.
I know.
What would you have done first day in office?
Well, it's not just the first day. I would have dealt with this campaign finance reform issue. And there are ways that you can get around that Supreme Court decision.
How do you do that?
You move toward public funding of elections, which says that, Joe, you want to run against me? That's great. But you're not going to get super PAC money. We're going to publicly fund you. You know, you get 1,500 signatures that says you're a serious candidate. You'll get a certain amount of money to run for office.
So
you and I will
funded by the government.
Yes, absolutely. Rather
So
than
someone running for president funded by the current president.
well, not the current president.
No,
funded
but the
by
current
Congress.
government.
And people say,
Yeah.
"Oh, taxpayer dollars are going there," but that makes a lot more sense than having billionaires fund elections, which is what you got right now. So that's number one.
So you
got-
think this should be when you get a certain number, you just get a certain allotted amount of money that you could use for your campaign,
Right,
and
and
everybody gets the same amount.
that exists in some places right now?
Does it? Where?
Yeah, in New York City right now,
Oh, in New York City. Yeah.
and other places as well. So if you
Yeah.
agree, you know, you're going to raise. You're not going to raise private money. You go the public route. It exists in a number of communities, and I think that is.
Did you watch the New York City debates, the mayoral
I heard.
debates?
I got involved, and I'm supporting Mr. Mandani.
A lot of people are. Well,
Yeah.
especially after that debate.
Right.
It seems like everybody else was essentially saying, I've been to Israel more than you've been to Israel. I'm going to go to Israel before you do.
Right. They think they're campaigning to be foreign, minister for Israel or something. But talk about money in politics.
Yes.
Just look at New York City. Right now, there's the election tomorrow, I think, right? I think it's tomorrow. Tuesday. What's today, Monday? Tomorrow's Tuesday, right?
Yes.
That's the election. They're spending a huge amount of money. You know, these are Democratic or some cases.
Who's in the lead right now?
The polls say Cuomo by a little bit, but I think Zoran has a lot of momentum
Polls are weird.
in a race like that.
Well, they're weird in every race. They were wrong with Hillary in 2020, or in 2016 rather. They were wrong in 2024 with Harris and Trump. Like, I don't understand polls because I have a feeling that the majority of them are inaccurate.
Well, I think they
Hot
are
draw.
increasing. I don't know the answer to your question. The pollsters would argue that's not the case, but I think you got a lot of folks who are not all that enthusiastic about honestly giving honest answers to a pollster.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
that's
that's
true
just-
too. Yeah.
and that's
that's
the
part of the problem, right?
All right, but you asked me on my first day as
Yeah, what
president.
would you
Well, I
do?
have you drop in, say hello,
Hi.
have a cup of coffee. All right,
All right.
good, and then I think we'd declare something like our healthcare system as an emergency, and figure out ways that we can do what every other major country on earth does, and that is guarantee healthcare to all people. So one of the things you do is say, okay, we need tens of thousands of more doctors and hundreds of thousands of more nurses and dentists and so forth and so on. And we're going to move aggressively to make sure that in America, everybody in this country has health care as a human right. So I think that's number one. Number two, at a time of massive income and wealth inequality, you don't give tax breaks to billionaires. You demand that they start paying their fair share of taxes. And one of the problems that we have, it's not just an American issue, it's a global issue. A lot of these billionaires are hiding their money in tax havens and Cayman Islands and Asia. And that's an international issue. But I think we have to have a fair tax system so that individuals and wealthy and corporations that are making a whole lot of money start paying their fair share of taxes.
What is their fair share?
I mean, under Eisenhower, the very rich paid, at their upper levels, 90%. But let me be very honest with you, Joe, on this one.
90% is kind of crazy, though.
No,
right?
that's not across. That's just for the, your billionth dollar.
Who did it
You know what I
to
mean?
you,
It's
Scott?
not your first dollar.
Fuck.
So if you make
Lizard,
$1
bro.
billion, you pay 900
On-
million.
A lizard?
No,
Lizard.
no, that's not what it means. It means on your $900 million, you're going to pay 90%.
Okay.
But, the other thing that I would do, you got to deal with this climate change issue. And I know that, there are some people who think climate change is a hoax. It ain't a hoax. I think the last 10 years have been the warmest. on
They're
record.
chasing me, man.
And we can create
Oh my
millions of
God.
good-paying jobs, transforming our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency, to solar, to wind, and other sustainable energies.
This episode is brought to you by Paleo Valley, 100%
The lizards were
grass-fed
chasing him.
beef
5
sticks.
HP.
I live a super busy lifestyle. I'm always running from one thing to the next, and Paleo Valley is the perfect on-the-go snack. These beef sticks are legit. No junk, no garbage ingredients, just pure, clean protein fermented the old school way. So they're shelf stable without chemicals. That is huge. And the fermentation part, it's actually good for your gut. Most people don't even think about that, but if you care about performance, you have to care about your gut health. And taste-wise, they're awesome. They've sold over 55 million of these things. That's not just hype. That's people coming back again and again because it works. Go to paleovalley.com and use the code Rogan to get 20% off or find them on Amazon. I think the climate change issue is very complicated. And I think, did you see the Washington Post piece that they wrote? Where they did this long-term view. First of all, the reality is that the Earth's temperature has never been static, right? We can both agree on that. It's always been up and down. There's been ice ages and heat waves. And then the Washington Post looked at it. What was the time period that they looked at?
Timmy.
Essentially, they found that we're in a cooling period. That the Earth, over the past X amount of years, and this was like a very inconvenient discovery, but they had to report the data, and kudos to them for doing that. Scientists have captured the Earth's climate change over the last 485 million years. Here's a surprising place we stand now. So look at the far end of that graph, and you see we're in a cooling period.
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't read that article, but
Yeah.
The scientists who are out there, I think.
I know, but there's a lot of money involved in that too, Bernie. That's part of the problem. There's a lot of money involved in this whole climate change emergency issue, and there's a lot of control, and that's a big part of this problem. Not only that, if we're just talking about primarily carbon and carbon footprint, what are we going to do about China? Because China and
Absolutely.
what percentage of
They are the major polluter right now. We're number 2. We used to be 1. They're number 1 right now.
I think they have an enormous percent of global. I think it's
Well, they're number 1. I don't know what
very
that
high.
is.
It's
Look,
very
this
high.
it's not an American issue. It is a global issue. And all I can tell you
Crash pads.
is that we are, in my view, going to see more extreme weather disturbances in the coming years than we have ever. And we're seeing them right now.
Right, but scientists don't agree. Well, this is where it gets confusing. Because scientists that are in agreement,
Little Timmy.
there's all these entanglements whenever someone's discussing something, whether it's economics or whether it's health issues or pharmaceutical drugs, there's financial entanglements. I think we both agree with that, right? And I think this is part of the issue with this whole climate change emergency as well, because it's not just that we could all agree pollution is a major factor. It's a huge issue in the world today. We could all agree with that, right? I think one of the things that we have to recognize is that whenever there's an issue that everyone can agree on, you're going to have a bunch of people that capitalize on that issue, and they look to gain more money. They have financial issues that they push forward in order to capitalize on this issue, but then also power and control. These things like they're trying to institute in the UK, where they have these 15-minute cities, this concept where you're not allowed to travel. They'll be able to look at your carbon footprint. See, that's the problem. The problem is giving people that are in power, these people that we've all discussed that have so much money and so much control over our societies, multinational corporations, giving them more control over citizens. And this is a vehicle for that. And this is what's dangerous about this whole climate change emergency.
How many?
Because it allows these fucking creeps that have been controlling people and controlling what you do and what you say and how you spend your money with people that are already living check to check, and you put additional constraints on them and you make them even more scared. And then you put additional measures where you can look at their carbon footprint, you look at the amount they travel, put a carbon tax on these people, let's figure out how to extract more money from them. That's what bothers me about this climate change emergency. Not that we can all agree pollution is a terrible thing. Everyone should agree with that. The beautiful earth that sustains us and all life on this planet is being poisoned as we speak. We're killing all the fish in the ocean and sucking them out in giant numbers. 94% of all the big fish that are in the ocean are gone. over the last, whatever it is.
When you go to war against nature, you lose.
Yeah, because you're a part of
Humanity
nature.
loses. Exactly
But
right.
we're worshiping the almighty dollar
You got it.
above the money.
You asked me when I ran for president, one of the interests, it's something else to run for president because you got around, you meet all kinds of people and you learn all kinds of things.
Are
One
you
of the things that I
fucking
did, we went
kidding?
to a
We
lot
need
of,
to kill this kid.
met with a lot of Native
The Echo.
Americans.
He's right here.
And one of the reasons
Keeps
is, their tradition was going from way back, respect
How many
to nature. They understood way back when, if you kill off all of the buffalo, you ain't gonna have nothing to eat, right?
Right.
They understood that. And you understand that you live in harmony with nature,
Yes.
which is, I think, what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
And if you lose that harmony, I worry about the future of humanity.
Which is the problem with financial competitiveness. When you put that almighty dollar
You got
above
it.
all else,
That's right.
then all you think about, and you're only alive for 100 years, so it's just hit the gas. Hit the gas for 100 years, and
fucking
who
dweeb.
gives a shit what happens after I'm gone? I'm gonna die with the most toys. Yay, I win in
No,
the dirt.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And that is, which takes us to another issue,
Okay.
and that is artificial intelligence and robotics.
Automation.
Automation.
Yeah.
That
Giant issue.
huge issue.
Good bug right now, free deploy, where if you try to switch your gun,
90 way on every.
Americans are angry.
Good.
And one of the reasons they are angry
Ooh!
is that over the last, just give you one fact here, last 52 years, you and I understand, everybody in the world understands, there's been a huge explosion in technology, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What we're doing today never could have happened 50 years ago.
PG?
Factories far more automated, offices far more automated. I became mayor of Burlington, Vermont in 1981. There was not a computer in
By the way, great town.
In any case, an explosion of technology, significant increase in worker productivity.
in there?
We're talking to millions of people now. Never could have happened before, right? That's true. Workers are producing all that. Tell me, how will real inflation
swear I
accounted
just
for
heard it.
wages
Edit, that wasn't
been
on.
over the last 52 years with all of that increase in worker productivity? Workers doing a lot better?
Not so good.
Not so good.
No.
In fact, there are studies out there that suggest in real inflation accounted for
30.
dollars, wages are actually lower than before 50 years ago. And during that same period, there's a massive transfer of wealth from the bottom 90% to the top 1%. So that's what technology has done over the last 50
You
years.
don't have
It's
white.
there was a study, I don't know if you saw this, it blew
Yeah.
me away. I can't remember who did it, Kaiser? Some reputable guy, people did it. This is what they said.
Almost took
They
it.
do a poll to the American people, and they say, Americans, do you think you are better off today than somebody in your situation, middle class, or whatever you may be, was 40 years ago? Okay? Are you better off today than somebody in your
Behind
circumstance
me. What the fuck?
would have been 40 years
Any
ago?
gun.
What was the answer?
No.
And what the answer was, and this is, and we're going to deal with it. This is big. The answer was, there were a number of people saying, hey, look, I got a cell phone. It's great. I got a big screen TV. It's great. I can fly all over the world. It's great. I get sick. I get treatment now that I never could have had 40 years ago, right?
Those are facts.
All really
Not even
positive
those
developments.
specifically,
But on average, most people said, I think the situation is worse today than it was 40
Where?
years ago. That is what we got to deal with. If you can have all the technology in the world, what the hell does it mean if your life is not improving? In fact, in many ways, getting worse.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, again, go back to polls again. So I don't
From behind?
believe that polls are totally accurate, but I do think that the issue with it being virtually impossible for one person to sustain the entire family these days, one worker, the father or the mother, whoever it is, to sustain the entire, that's a giant issue. All these issues when it comes to labor, when it comes to minimum wage, I think you and I are in agreement on all these. I think the minimum wage in this country is ridiculous. I mean, to $7, what?
It's insane.
It's insane. How do you live off $7? You go to Jimmy John's, you get a sub. How much is a sub? How much is a sub, like a big sub at Jimmy John's? Some guy was just did a TikTok video where he's like, they're trying to say that minimum wage $15 is too much. I think he had a sub that he bought for 25 bucks. So imagine that's your lunch.
We'll take a break.
So
after this.
imagine you have to work 3.5 hours just to pay for a sandwich? Imagine how insane that is.
It's insane.
That's insane. Like, how do you eat? How do you eat dinner? How do you eat lunch?
Joe,
how do you eat breakfast?
I have talked to people.
Jeez. Yeah. Well, the argument against that is, hey, these are entry-level jobs that are supposed to be for kids.
No, and that's factually correct. Yeah, of course, that's true to some
Oh my
degree.
god, that was disgusting.
To some degree, but if you have grown adults that are working those jobs, now it becomes disgusting.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Especially when you're dealing with an enormous corporation.
You got it.
Right.
So we put a lot of pressure. We're trying to raise the minimum wage, federal minimum wage, to 17.
That's a reasonable amount of money. You know, I mean, it's going to be real difficult to live off of $17 an hour.
But at least that's right.
At least you
can
get a
live.
sandwich in under 2 hours worth of work.
All right, but I want to get back to this issue.
Grab back.
It's one that we don't talk about, and it gets to AI. Why do we have what some of these people call an epidemic of loneliness in America? Right?
Yes.
Why are we mental illness? Suicide rates are too high. God, drug addiction.
Right.
Horrible problem all over the country. Why?
Well, there's a lot of that.
Big axe.
First of all, there are a lot of people that are very unhealthy, physically unhealthy. I think metabolic health is a gigantic issue in this country.
He still has a little bit of shield.
There's a
Aw,
lot of
fuck.
people in this country that feel completely disenfranchised and
Yeah, a little
turn
bit.
inward.
Yep.
And then technology invites
It was
them to do that.
120.
You get online and you spend your time staring at a screen, having communications with people, arguing on Twitter all day. You know, changing the flag in your
60
bio
bum.
from Ukraine to Palestine, and now you got an Iranian flag. You're just like in a constant state of anxiety and chaos. You're dealing with the entire problem, the problems of the entire world. You're dealing with 8 billion people's worth of problems every day. I think that's unsustainable. And then that's also a function of technology,
Taking a
because
break.
this interaction that we have is unprecedented. The interaction with the news, with each other, all this stuff we're not designed to handle, and it gives you massive anxiety, particularly for young people. Particularly, Jonathan Haidt's written about this with young girls who have the biggest problem with social media, comparing themselves to other people, massive increase in self-harm, suicidal ideology, depression, anxiety, all this stuff accentuated by technology and our unchecked use of it.
I think you hit the nail on the head. And so I think we got to take a deep breath and understand that we got to figure out how we make technology work to improve human life.
Right.
Not
But
hurt.
don't you think this is the 11th hour?
I think it is.
Yeah, this is the problem with it is like it's already the genie's out
The
of the
genie's
bottle.
out of the box. There's no question about it. But we can't sit around and just do nothing.
Can't let him win.
This
What
is
the
the real
fuck?
issue when it becomes a
my
problem
God.
where you
Wait,
have
what?
massive automation of almost
That's
all
Peter.
jobs,
Wait, whoa.
which is something that,
What the
especially when you deal
fuck
with
was
corporations,
that?
is entirely
Chill,
based
guys,
around
oh God.
making the most amount of money possible. But what better way when you don't have to pay them anything?
You got it.
You
there are
own-
signs. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yo, what the?
Signs advertising from AI companies. What was they saying? Don't hire humans. Something like that. You see, I posted it.
That's